That's how you unroll hay in Kentucky. Helps to have hills sometimes. Guys, where I'm standing is actually yesterday where we unrolled a roll of hay. And you can tell they have not left anything. So let that kind of be a lesson. Having hay in the dry this time of year, and also having quality hay. You know, you can see that that was not, that wasn't just picked through. I mean, they absolutely licked the ground to make sure they got every last bite of it. And so that was a spring roll of hay that's been in the barn. Really was never even wet. Once it was dry and rolled up, it didn't spend much time in the field getting rained on, that's for sure. But we do grow our own hay. My uncle has a farm in Tyner, and this is also in Tyner as well, but where we live in Jackson County. But we grow our own hay, and I know a lot of people buy hay, but just make sure that you're buying good hay. And sometimes you might have to pay a little bit extra for it, but if it's spring hay and it's been seeded and it's got the real stuff in it, what you want, it really pays off. And if it's in the dry, it really helps. Now, net wrap helps a lot with that. It's better to get a net wrap roll than a string roll if it's sitting outside. But it's just so much more efficient whenever they're not wasting hay. And not every bit of the hay we have is perfect. I mean, we'll have some fall hay sometimes that will have some broom sage and stuff like that in it, but it's hard to beat that spring cut hay. Tell you a female I'm excited about. That right there is the first F1 Angus Hereford female that we ever naturally raised over here. Her daddy is actually the Cheyenne Hereford bull. The Hereford people will know who he is. And out of one of my favorite Angus cows that I've raised over here out of our own farm bloodlines. But she actually died in an ice storm a couple years ago. She went missing, her mother that is, and we couldn't find her. But that's the calf I have out of her, and she is a first calf cow. She's got a weaned heifer that's a 75% Hereford Angus female that I'm actually planning on AIing this spring and maybe selling next fall in a registered black Hereford sale. But we're excited about her. But once again, I know I've got several videos today of this, but I just love feeding hay in the snow. There's just something about God's creation that is so beautiful. You can see the frozen pond back there. And, I'm just excited. We put in all that work through the summertime, AIing, putting cedars in, giving shots, and 2 rounds of putting eggs in by Dr. Stan Carnes, who does an amazing job, by the way. If you want to do any ET work, embryo transfer, I advise checking him out. He's been nothing but good to us, and he's a really good vet. But we're just excited for all the work we put in to see what happens. So,